Our second guest speaker is Marie-Elise Small. Marie-Elise is an environmental scientist who began her career in the Kyrgyz Republic and has previously worked in senior management HSC roles internationally. Marie-Elise relocated to Australia in 2017, where she joined South 32, working in the global sustainability team and the operations team in business improvement. Following her passion for sustainability and strategy, Marie-Elise recently joined Mineral Resources as sustainability analyst responsible for ESG reporting. Maintaining her links with her second home in the Kyrgyz Republic, Marie-Elise also holds a non-executive directorship with the local Snow Leopard Conservancy. Marie-Elise is going to present Shine Bright by surrounding yourself with the right people. Let's go, Marie-Elise.
Oh, thanks, Dean, and everyone for being here tonight. So I'm going to kickstart my talk with a little bit about where I started. Born in Kalgoorlie, Western Australia, my father was a metallurgist and an adventurer, aspects that definitely ended up in my blood. After graduating in environmental science, I moved to the Kyrgyz Republic for a couple of months and ended up there for about a decade. My early career trajectory was very on track, progressively senior management roles in HSEC, delivering sustainability projects on an international scale, whilst maintaining a work-life balance. At the time, I was concurrently managing a horse stable, with my horses even on the Kyrgyz national team. But in 2017, I made a milestone decision to move back to Australia. Selling up our stables was one of the hardest choices I have ever had to make in my life. But all the animals went to great homes, and our camels now live at the famous tourist destination, Issyk Lake. And one of our horses is even at Turkmenistan's president's stable and took out first place jumping last 2 years in a row. But it was with a heavy heart that I left what had been my home for the majority of my 20s and came back to Perth. But soon after, I started a job with South 32 with an exceptional team in sustainability on the terrace in my favourite building on Perth's skyline. My personal life was not great, however, and somewhere along the way, I really lost my confidence. I'd always known what I wanted to do next, work towards, but I was starting to really tread in unknown territory and deeply feeling the loss of my navigational guide, my father. But with this, I was blindly slipping into what we all now know as career sabotage. So I made a choice. Along with my colleague and wonderful friend, one very fateful evening to come along to an Ambitious Leaders Network event. And then we started the Accelerate Your Career in 12 months or less training and decided to give it a go. Am I glad that we did? I came for career tips and left with life tips, confronting some of my poorer choices. I identified reasons why my confidence had eroded so significantly away, and finally gave space to the loss of my father and empowered myself to self-validate. And I got a mentor. Not any, but Katie-Jeyn. Always ensure you start any career or life journey by surrounding yourself with the right people. When you do this, you shine bright and you identify that you have the bandwidth to really know what you want. So what did I want? I wanted to travel. I wanted to work somewhere new and have a new career challenge. I wanted to work in conservation, and on a personal note, after coming out of a bit of a toxic breakup, I was ready for a positive partner that would love and support me. Bam! So I knew what I wanted, and where once there felt like only closed doors, now all the windows of opportunities seem to be there. So I followed steps, leveraging off the great networks that I created, listening to my mentor, can't get enough of that white ball energy, and listing out my non-negotiable wants. And what happened? Well, I negotiated a permanent position with South 32 at an operation on the east coast of Australia. My vision of working in conservation was realised, where I was appointed as a non-executive director of Ilbir's, a snow leopard conservancy, keeping ties to my second home in the Kyrgyz Republic. And most surprisingly, and luckily of all, I met a wonderful partner who I'm just eternally grateful for, who seemingly just appeared. I very happily married Mr. Mauro Davide in September 2019 with Katie-Jeyn, our guest of honour. So, as you know, the journey did not stop there. After a couple of years, Mauro and I decided to relocate back to Perth. And using the tools in my Mastermind toolbox, I managed to secure a job with MRL as a sustainability analyst. 3 weeks in, and I am loving it. So Katie-Jeyn, thank you for awakening my inner nomad, triggering me to ask the universe for my exceptional partner, and setting me up with the countless tools for public speaking and leveraging off my soft skills as my genius, and for being the most influential right person to have helped guide me in executing these choices. So for all of us here, my career acceleration power tip for you is shine bright by surrounding yourself with the right people. When you do this, you will find that you have the bandwidth to identify what you want and that you can create any path and achieve any success that you want. Thanks, everybody.
Congratulations. Let's give her a round of applause. Amazing. Well, you did amazing. I love your story. You've had such a phenomenal international career. Yeah, and your career just keeps getting better and better. You are the queen of manifestation. She's the queen. I've worked with hundreds of clients now, and you are definitely the fastest at manifesting everything you wanted and more in record time.
Thank you.
And to think that you and Celia, who's here tonight, came along to my How to Accelerate Your Career in 12 Months or Less training because they had nothing better to do. And they left there transformed, right?
Absolutely.
And then, you know, when we had our first coaching session together, I said to you, you had all these phenomenal goals that you wanted, and I said, Marie-Elise, do you want to have a partner? Because I hadn't really thought about that, but yes. And just a few months later, you were married. Yes, amazing. And so you are definitely the manifestation queen. And what I love about it is that since doing the Career Acceleration Mastermind, you have actually continued to implement the learnings, and you've remained true to your career plan, which meant that you've just secured your next phenomenal opportunity with Mineral Resources. Yeah, and which meant that you got to come back to Perth and be on our Ambitious Leaders Network stage. So we're thrilled to have you back, and congratulations. Let's give her a round of applause.